What really happened behind those dazzling wedding photos? Exclusive news: the entire dream wedding of Ji Hyun-woo and Lee Se-hee as they walk down the aisle. From secret preparations to the emotional vows that left everyone speechless, Red Carpet Revealed is here to uncover every breathtaking moment. Don't blink, what you're about to see will leave you stunned. It all began with a whisper, an anonymous tip sent to our newsroom just days before the story broke. "Something's happening in Jeju Island," the message read. "Ji Hyun-woo and Lee Se-hee are there, and it's not for filming." At first, the Red Carpet Revealed team brushed it off as yet another false alarm. After all, rumors surrounding the beloved young lady and gentleman co-stars had swirled for years without confirmation. But what we didn't know, what the world didn't know, was that the truth was about to explode in the most spectacular, beautiful way imaginable. And it all started with a dress. Inclusive. When fiction turned into reality. Fans have speculated for years about the on-screen chemistry between Ji Hyun-woo and Lee Se-hee. Their portrayal of an older man-younger woman romance on the hit KBS drama had viewers swooning across generations. But while interviews often ended with polite denials and awkward laughter, body language told a different story. In one now viral behind-the-scenes clip, Ji Hyun-woo is seen gently fixing a loose strand of Lee Se-hee's hair between takes. She smiles, and he whispers something that makes her cover her mouth and laugh. The camera shakes slightly. Perhaps the camera person was just as caught off guard by the raw affection radiating between them. After the drama ended, most fans assumed the spark had faded with the closing credits. But a series of quiet, unconnected events painted a different picture. They were both spotted at the same restaurant in Gangnam, twice, then at a bookstore in Cheon, a concert in November. And the final confirmation? A blurry photo from Incheon Airport showing the two of them in matching hoodies, boarding a flight to Jeju. Operation White Orchid. Inside the secrecy of their wedding planning, sources close to the couple revealed that Ji Hyun-woo had been planning the proposal for nearly a year. Codenamed White Orchid, his inner circle included only 5 people: his manager, Lee Se-hee's stylist, a trusted wedding planner, his older brother, and Lee Se-hee's childhood friend. The proposal took place quietly in December 2024, in a small private greenhouse owned by a florist the two often visited. There were no photographers, no flashy videos, just a handwritten letter from Ji Hyun-woo that read, in part, "You once said love feels like peace. Then I realized, when I'm with you, I feel like the world finally makes sense." Lee Se-hee reportedly cried as he knelt down and presented a ring with a single moonstone, chosen because, as he said, "You've always been my calm in the dark." From that moment on, the countdown began. The wedding venue, a hidden paradise in Jeju Island. On June 12, 2025, under a clear sky and the sweet scent of Jeju cherry blossoms, the couple exchanged vows in what may be Korea's most breathtaking wedding of the decade. The location? An ultra-private luxury villa near Songsan Ilchulbong, surrounded by natural cliffs and ocean waves. It was more than a wedding, it was a carefully orchestrated dream. The entire property had been rented out and closed to the public for 72 hours. Security was tighter than a film set. Guests had to sign NDAs upon arrival. Phones were placed in sealed pouches. Even the catering staff was sworn to secrecy. But Red Carpet Revealed managed to speak to one insider, the lead designer responsible for the floral arrangements. They wanted everything to be white and soft. She shared under anonymity. Se-hee requested peonies and hydrangeas, her favorites. Ji Hyun-woo asked for something symbolic. So we included Lily of the Valley. Presents a return to happiness. The guests, who was, and wasn't, there. Only about 60 guests attended the wedding, a stark contrast to most celebrity blowouts. Close friends, immediate family, and a few co-stars from past projects made the exclusive list. Among the attendees, actress Park Ha-sun, a longtime friend of Lee Se-hee, actor Lee Sang-woo, Ji Hyun-woo's musical co-star, veteran actress Lee Il-hwa, who gave a touching toast, CEO of their agency, who helped cover travel logistics and timing. Conspicuously absent were press, influencers, and even some industry friends. The couple reportedly wanted the day to be free from social media frenzy or PR pressure. It wasn't about showing off, a source close to the bride said. It was about showing up, for each other. The dress and the suit, a stunning fashion statement. Say he wore a custom-designed ivory gown by Korean designer Minich Ji, known for her timeless silhouettes and subtle lacework. The dress featured a heart-shaped neckline, off-shoulder sleeves, and an embroidered train that bore the initials J and S in golden thread, barely noticeable unless you looked closely. Her makeup was minimal, almost ethereal. Her hair was tied in a loose bun, adorned with a single orchid. Hyun, ever the classic gentleman, wore a tailored white tuxedo by luxury brand Songtseoham. The twist? A hidden hand-sewn message inside the lapel that read, "You're my home." As they walked down the aisle, barefoot on a flower-strewn path overlooking the sea, time seemed to stop. Even the waves, it seemed, held their breath. The vows, raw, real, and unforgettable. In place of a religious or traditional officiant, the couple chose their friend and writer Oh Soo-jin, who had written the first drama script they ever worked on together. She began with a quote from Rainer Maria Rilke: "The point of marriage is not to create a quick haven, but to build a standing lighthouse for two wandering ships." And then came the vows, each one handwritten. Hyun spoke first. "You've seen me in silence and in storms, and through it all, you stayed. I vow to make our love quiet when the world is loud, and strong when we feel weak." Lee Sae-hee, with tears streaming down her face, followed. "I once feared that love would make me lose myself, but with you, I found me, and I found someone who never asks me to be anything but honest, messy, real." There wasn't a dry eye in the crowd. When the guests returned to the transformed garden terrace, they were met with a dreamscape. Twinkling lights strung between trees. Long, wooden banquet tables decorated with white roses, lavender, and baby's breath. The ocean waves murmured in the background as if offering their own applause. Instead of a typical MC, the couple chose to begin with something far more powerful: silence. For nearly a minute, as everyone found their seats, Hyun and Lee Sae-hee stood hand in hand in the center of the reception space. No music, no speeches. Just a quiet, reverent pause, an invitation to be truly present. And then, almost imperceptibly, a single violinist began to play Canon in D, ushering in the beginning of the night. A toast to the truth. Close friend, actress Lee Il-hwa, rose for the first toast. Tears welling in her eyes, she addressed the crowd, but mostly, she spoke to the bride. "I remember when you told me you were afraid of falling in love with someone from your world. And now here you are, loving someone who knows that world and still chose to be gentle with you." Then she turned to Hyun. "He is not easy to love. She's fire and motion and silence all in one. But you, my dear, you're the anchor she never had before. Don't ever let her drift." The guests applauded, wiping their eyes as they raised their glasses in a toast, to truth, to love, and to choosing each other every single day. Surprise guests, the song that brought the cast together again. As the evening progressed, guests were stunned when 4 cast members from Young Lady and Gentleman appeared on stage, unannounced, to perform a medley of songs that held special meaning for the couple. Lee Sae-hee's former on-screen siblings performed You Are My Everything, changing the lyrics mid-song to reflect the couple's journey. Even the show's director, usually a quiet man, seen nodding along and mouthing the words. But the true surprise came when Lee Sae-hee herself took the stage with a microphone. "I've never sung in front of a crowd before," she said with a nervous laugh. "But he once told me that I sing in my sleep. Tonight, I want to sing awake, just for him." Her voice, delicate and raw, filled the air with the end of the day bio. And Hyun? He stood motionless, watching her like it was the first time he had ever seen her. The vow that wasn't on paper. Just before the first dance, Hyun leaned into the mic and spoke, "There's something I didn't say during the ceremony. Because I wanted to say it here, when the stars could hear us too." Turned to his bride. "When I was young, I didn't believe in soulmates. I thought it was just something we made up to sell movies or books. But then I met you, and every part of my world that didn't make sense suddenly did." He walked toward her, took her hand, and whispered, "You're not just my wife. You're my reason." The music began, and the couple shared their first dance as husband and wife beneath a sky filled with stars and subtle tears. Midnight moments, a letter from the bride. A stroke of midnight, long after the cake was cut and the last song played. guests were gifted with something completely unexpected: handwritten letters from the bride and groom. Each envelope had the guest's name, sealed with wax bearing the couple's initials. Lee Se-hee's letter included the following lines: "You're reading this, it means you were meant to be here with us, are part of our beginning, and for that, we are forever grateful." Hyun-woo's note was even simpler: "Tonight wasn't about a wedding. It was about showing the people we love that love can be quiet, steady, and strong, just like you've all been for us." The gesture left everyone stunned. One of the guests, a veteran actor in his 60s, later said, "I've been to over 100 weddings, but I've never felt one the way I did this." The private moment that became legendary. After the last guest had left and the staff was packing up, one photographer caught a moment not meant for public eyes, but too beautiful not to share. The couple was barefoot again, being on the edge of the cliff near the ceremony site. Lee Se-hee's head rested on Ji Hyun-woo's shoulder. "Weren't talking, just watching the sea." Then Ji Hyun-woo pulled out a tiny, folded piece of paper and read aloud. It was a poem, one he had written himself. "Waves will crash, the wind will howl, but I'll hold your hand through every storm. You and I, our love isn't loud. It's the silence that finally feels like home." No press conference. No official photo ops, just two people, in love, choosing each other in the most vulnerable, poetic way. Message to fans: a new chapter begins. 2 days after the wedding, couple finally made their announcement public via a joint Instagram post. The photo? A black and white shot of their intertwined hands, with the caption, "We walk down the aisle not as celebrities, but as two people who finally found their person. Thank you for giving us the space to love freely. We hope our beginning gives you hope for your own. With love, Ji Hyun-woo and Lee Se-hee." The post reached over 5 million likes in 24 hours. Comments poured in from fans around the world. Many saying they had believed in them all along. Others wrote things like, "You give us more than a drama, you give us real love." What's next, from newlyweds to new horizons? The couple has not announced their honeymoon location. Insiders say they'll be spending a quiet few weeks in Switzerland. No media, no press, no photos. Just them. For future projects. A reliable source close to their agency hinted at an offer for a drama featuring both of them as co-leads, this time, as a married couple navigating real-life struggles. The working title, Homeward Bound. Whether they take it or not, one thing is clear: they've already won the role of a lifetime, with each